Hello, water signs. Happy almost Scorpio season, right? So I'm doing things way different tonight. I'm doing elemental readings, but I decided to use a different deck for each element. So y'all got the Thoth deck because I feel like you need the most hands-on, real life reading of anyone tonight. So here we are. If you want to know about these cards and sort of what this base is supposed to be about or referring to, you can watch the general reading that I posted. I'm a little nervous about it. It was very strange. I mean, just so fucking strange. But it was good. It was necessary. It was a channeled message. Very personal, very deep. So anyways, yes, okay. Let's just see. I feel like I meant to mention all of this in the general reading, but for some reason I'm mentioning it now. I will be doing a live tomorrow for the full moon on Instagram, so don't know why I'm mentioning it now, but I am. You should probably tune in. Especially if you like me, because I keep hearing things about water signs in all my readings. I'm like, there ain't no water signs though, bro. The fuck? And then I'm like, I bet you somebody's got a Scorpio rising like I do, though. That's what it is. But anyways, I don't know why I said that. I'm like having a whole fucking time tonight. So anyway, water signs, rising signs. I feel like this is a really good reading if your water sign is a rising sign. I meant that obviously the opposite of what I said, but it's fine. Anyways, I don't know why I'm still babbling. Let's just get to the cards. Probably because everyone else is getting these super channeled messages, but I don't typically do super channeled messages with the Thoth deck. I just read and interpret for the most part. So your channeled messages will come further in the month because Scorpio season, you'll be more in touch, in tune. Of course, you yourself could be Scorpio, and this video is totally for Scorpio risings. I can already tell. Oh, gosh, so beautiful. Scorpio risings are so beautiful. Yeah, I know I just admitted to being one, but come on. Like, next level. And evil, intimidating, whatever. But so beautiful, so loving, and probably still cute when crying. Just gonna throw it out there. Anyways, feels good on the cards. Channel messages were weak as fuck. I'm getting Legally Blonde vibes. Three of Swords, sorrow. So, God, it's time to let shit go. It is time to let shit go. Whether it's a grudge, a person, a relationship, a job, I don't care. You gotta let it go. It is time to move on. And that may be harsh. That may be too real. That may be feeling inaccurate for you. But honestly, you can apply it to anything. It's time to move on. It's just time to move on. Okay? It's time to move on. On the table, we have the Ace of Swords. It's knowledge coming in. And I always say it's like picking and choosing your battles, and this is your chosen battle. Okay? There is a face-down card next to it. We will reveal what that is when we have a little more insight of the situation here. We have the Three of Cups, abundance, on the table, which this is abundance as well. So it seems like a very good time for you right now, water signs. However, you are still dealing with some other stuff, basically. When you are in your full abundance, you have everything. Will you appreciate what you got, or do you want more? Because I sense that if any of you were too abundant, right? So if you've been feeling like you're lacking, you've been feeling like you're unmotivated or directionless or just a little chaotic in general, okay? It's because the universe does not trust you with more right now. Sucks that I said that this would be my rising sign because that would apply to me, right? Why did I have to go on a tangent about that right before I started this reading? Just so you can all watch me smack myself in the face, basically. We love to see it. Anyways, you will not receive more until you can handle more, because here's the thing, right? Abundance, Three of Cups, lovely energy, isn't it? But Wheel of Fortune, so the wheel turns in your favor and you receive the things that you've earned. Okay, it's not owed, it's earned. So have you put in the work? Have you done the prayers? Have you gone through the process? Did you face your own darkness, your shadows, whatever you want to call them? Okay, I would say addressing the Lilith personally, but that's none of my business. And you got the goddamn bowl. So what about this? It's like the minute you get more, you want more. Okay, it could be a Capricorn, but nah, it doesn't seem right. This seems more on a personal level. An addiction. A dick, quite frankly. Signaling to me that it's possessive, right? And so we usually think of possessive as a quality that you have often in relationships or when you seek dominion over another person. But I think in this instance, because we are talking about abundance and fortune, which you could associate with like a more financial angle, so to speak, I would say that the devil is just wanting more in more possessions rather than being possessive. It could be getting possessive over your possessions, even, and becoming very cheap. You have money, but you don't want to spend it, kind of thing. A hurtful process. It's a hurtful process. It's hurtful to you. It's hurtful to other people, and that is why you're being slowed down. Is because you have to make sure that you get all your revenge out. When I say get it out, I don't mean act upon it and act it out. I mean remove it. Okay? Here's the thing. I am a Scorpio rising. I've been told by astrologers that that's the true Scorpio. That's what people fucking... All the stereotypes about Scorpios apply, turn it up to Scorpio risings. Because some people think that the rising's more indicative than your sun. I disagree. I'm hardcore Taurus. We're evil as fuck. But, and my Aquarius moon, like, I would... Come on, right? It's all important. But Scorpio rising... Tip of the tongue. So, like a razor, right? So, if you are sun and rising in water, this is definitely for you. You know what I mean? But, yeah, if you had more, you would not use it correctly, basically. You have to remove the hatred from your heart. I say Scorpio so much. I know it's a water sign reading. I keep saying Scorpio because they are so notoriously hated, notoriously seen as bad people, blah, blah, blah. The butt end of every astro joke, right? But Cancers have their own evilness about them. And Pisces are whack as fuck. Let's just put it all on the table. We're not going to sit here and blame Scorpio. But there's a reason you're all getting this message. I am also relating to Scorpio energy, which is why I have been saying Scorpio so much. But this is about all of you. And this message is for all of you, okay? So I'm just saying, if you want more, you have to know how to deal with it, okay? So you may have had good intentions at one time and you're on a path and you keep going and everything's working out and you love it, blah, 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 but all of a sudden this and that happens. You hit a bump, you hit a road, and you go down this other path while you still think you're on that path, but here you are kind of like trailing off, right? And in that process, you've lost people, you've learned things, but you're also becoming more bitter, you're becoming jaded, you're becoming angry, and you say, well, I'm going to just keep going on this path that you think you're on, that you veered off of. You're like, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to get what I want, and I'm going to show them, and I'm going to tell them. I've said it for a long time. Revenge is one of my number one motivating factors, because it's just, if I inspire myself, I don't motivate myself. Revenge motivates me more than anything. So I know that I hold myself back with that attitude or that thought, that plot, right? It's like I can prove myself, and that also hits hard with Chiron. I don't know, Chiron. Chiron is the aliens, so I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but my Chiron is in Leo. That's very, very stereotypical of that placement for me to be saying that, but I'm guessing that many of you relate to it. Revenge is such good motivation, but it is actually holding you back and keeping you from your own abundance. Sucks, because it's also so fun, Scapetti for a reason. I enjoy the fuck out of it. Theatrics are a family specialty, so I get it. It's not a fun message to hear. It's kind of a bummer, but also it's what we gotta do if we want to clear the road ahead. We've hit bumps along the way to derail us, but we gotta get back on our path, okay? By the moon, on the chariot, to death, do us part, bitch. That's the water sign trio. Don't you love it? Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that, let me just, what is this? 9 of discs game. Yeah. You gotta drop it. You gotta drop it. No more cursing people's names. No more taking things in vain. You've got to drop it. Okay? You just gotta drop it. Live your life for you, because it is so beautiful out here. And I want to make it clear that you can have it all, my dear. But you gotta cut out that shit. Chill on the pettiness. Okay. Stuff like that. I was just making, I don't know what song it is. I was making it up. So, if it sounds better to be sung to get a nasty little message like that, then so be it. We have the Knight of Wands just kind of like chilling by himself. I don't know if that's you, us, however you want to spin it, or if someone else. It's very like, it's fire sign for sure, and I always kind of felt like Sagittarius, but Aries is coming to mind right now. Could be dealing with an Aries, could be an Aries placement, could be just representing true passion. But it is next to this universal hexagram, and again, if you watch the general reading, you'll get more information about that. So it could be somebody coming in passionately. It could be somebody exiting because it's facing away from the rest of the cards, but because it's facing the universal hexagram, it does feel like someone coming in. Good chance that it would be a fire sign. Like I said, Aries definitely came to mind. But it's very passionate. It's very passionate. And while that does sound like a good thing, do you want to be out-passioned? That's the message. I feel like heavy emphasis for Cancers in that. Pisces, yes, right? You hear me say, do you want to be out-passioned? Pisces immediately says yes. Scorpio says there's no way that's possible. And Cancer is the one who thinks, they don't know about that. I don't know about that. Do you want someone who is more emotional than you? Okay, so be careful what you wish for. Interesting side note. 2 face down cards. 8 of Wands, swiftness. Okay. 6 of Swords, science. Act now, and it works out. I mean, you take a leap forward, take a step forward, take that movement, take them up on that passion, put in the passion, and, you know, if you do it in this moment, you get it. You get it now. However, does it work out? Does it work out? This is not a love reading. This is interesting to me because we were talking about divine couples, right? So I have love decks, you know, that I use. So I don't put that intention in this deck ever anymore. Sometimes it comes up if that's like the one thing in your mind, in your life, or whatever, but you can interpret it as self-love and accepting that part of yourself, or uniting to work together kind of thing. I don't know. Does feel very romantic though, so I do find that interesting. So if you're like ready to shoot your shot, shoot it, but you gotta know what's coming at you. You know what I'm saying? 10 of discs, wealth. Again, just cash in, cash cow. Goddamn, it can be a huge payoff if you do this. And then we have the death card. So looking at you, Scorpio. Scorpio season coming up. Scorpio season might be very financially blissful, but here's the thing: immediately after 7 of discs, failure. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted by this passion. That's the thing. If they are so passionate, it becomes a competition amongst you who can be more romantic or more clever or something. It's just going to distract you, and all these blessings and fortunes that were coming in, okay, backfire on you. Especially if you don't drop the pettiness. That's the thing. If you don't drop the side plot of revenge to get you success, you are not going to be stumbling where you're expecting to stumble. You know what I mean? you will think you're absolved from this, and you're like, no, my business is booming. I am motivated by revenge. I don't care what you say. It's going well for me. And then you turn around and your love life is sabotaged. It's like, oh yeah? It's going well for you, huh? And I think that's kind of like the lesson here, so to speak, is that it's going to hit you where you're not looking. It's going to hit you in ways you weren't expecting. It's going to affect you overall somewhere else. Okay, so one path, multiple levels. Okay, you're going in the same direction. You're just doing multiple things at once. It's everyone all the time. Right? You can call it dimensions if you want to. Call it chakras if you need to. But I'm just saying, be fucking careful. Be careful. We have Ace of Discs. Secure the bag. Okay, so even after a little bit of a financial rut, you'll come back. But then lust is still present. Obsession could be Leo. And then Princess of Cups. You know, I usually say the Prince of Cups is the baby. But, you know, lust can be very sexual, and princess and prince can be children, and the Cups family in particular would be. So if you, you know, you might come down and realize you might want to have a child with somebody. I don't know, that's very niche and random, but it kind of reads that way, where, like, it's not a choice either, because, you know, you can be a working mother, working woman, father, whatever. It's almost like making a choice between two things. Okay. Just be weary. It's just a strange energy, very strange reading. But overall, I think what you're really needing to hear about it, the take on it, would be that you have to watch both boards during the game. Okay. Think about chess and how they go in and they compete, and one person plays 10 boards. They have to remember all 10 boards. They have to know what their next move is, thinking about what their move will be, thinking about the placements, thinking about their backup plan, their first plan, what have you, times 10. It's what we do on a daily basis. Very impressive. I don't even know how to play chess. I'm not saying that it's like nothing special for them to be doing it just because we do it, but it's a reminder that we also do that with everything that we juggle in life. So don't get so consumed by anything that you forget what else you're doing. Okay, but the pettiness, which has come up in the Pisces reading so much this year about dropping that shit, especially in the past few months, and knowing that you can never compete with other people in that way of like, well, I'm gonna be the pettiest there is. It's like, you never will be, Pisces. Okay, if anything, Scorpio gets that, and Cancer is next kind of energy, but you all need to quit. Get your shit together, emotionally speaking. Get a handle on your emotions, and then things will start working out. Because the thing is, revenge is very emotional. Hatred is very emotional, and feeling hurt can make you very irrational. So what's the deal? Knight of Discs. Focus on your goddamn money. Let people help you. Let people come in. Chariot. There you are, Cancer. So we got death and... Don't know why I just randomly started hiccuping. Not even a hiccup. It's like a, a burp, I guess. I hate some words. I just hate that word. It's just like, who put a B and a P in the same 4-letter word? Like, fucking garbage. Okay, thanks, English. Anyways, and no, belch is not better. Anything with an LCH. I mean, B is abrasive enough on its own. So, it's literally what's abrasive about the word abrasive. Anyways, you got the Chariot. So keep going again on this path, and you find your financial footing again. Ace of Cups, it's all about perspective. Okay, it's about blessing it, it's about healing it, it's about sending it off with good intentions and well wishes. Okay, the universe, it'll all work out in some way, and it's, you gotta cut out that self-sabotage, self-harm, hatred or whatever it is, this is an attack on the self. Don't let the things around you be so much that you look inward for a little bit of your sick pain for pleasure kind of thing. Princess of Swords, yeah, that would be... I'm not really sure. You're having a hard time accepting, and that's okay. That's okay. You'll learn, right? It's like if you're not seeking revenge, then you're seeking self-sabotage. That's a bridge that you can cross when you get to it. Let things start working out in your life, and then you can address it. But first, you gotta make it happen, okay? It's levels and steps and things. I feel like this would be a great time for you to get a personal reading, water signs, just because we're leaving on that note of self-sabotage. We can get into sort of like what makes you feel like you want to do that to yourself. I'm somebody who's overcoming self-sabotage and still dealing with it every single fucking day. So I get it. And yeah, so come and play. Contact me if you're interested. Well, like my shit if you like my shit. Anyways, I'm out this bitch. I'm going to go on to the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I love you as always, my friend.